Hello and welcome to today's tutorial in Excel. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at how to split the content of a column into various components. So there are times where you have data in a column and you want to split the data into separate columns based on a certain criteria. So let's look at this data. I have 3 columns. The first one contains random text. The second column contains some random GPS, and the last one also contains some random numbers and text together. So in column C, I want to split the column so that I'll have the first 3 characters followed by what? Then in the next column, I'll have what? The 2-digit integer in a separate column. So what you do is that you notice that the first 3 characters of the text in column C are alphabet. So I'll split the first 3, then I'll separate the alphabet in one table, then the 2-digit integers in another column. Sorry, not table, column. So let's do the first thing you do is to select the column of interest. Then you click on the data tab. Then under data, you click on text to column. So text to column. So I have 2 options here, delimited and face column. So let's start with the face column, the face width. So we'll start with the face width. So I'll click on next. So when I click on next, I get what? A ruler at the top. That will help me do the splitting. So if I look at the preview of the data, I notice that the separation should be done after the 3rd. So I'll just click after the 3rd character. So I'll just click. Then I'll draw a line to separate it. So as you click, the line appears in between. So I've clicked in between the letters and the integers. So I'll click on next, then I'll click on finish. So you see that our text has been splitted for us. So I can decide to name this one text. Let's give it text. And let's say numbers. Numbers. So this is how you separate text that has what? Face width. Okay. The next thing is I have this GPS here, this random GPS here. I want to split this GPS into what? Latitude and longitude. Latitude and longitude. So what I'll do is that I'll select the heading, the column. Then I will click on the data tab. Then in the data tab, I'll click on text to column. Now, this time around, we are interested in delimited. So we select delimited. You go to next. Now, let's look at what separates our text. You see, if you look at the first few characters, it is the latitude is separated with what? A comma. So what I'll do is that I will select comma. So let's assume the separation has been done with what? A space. You select what? Space. Okay. If it is, so you notice that when I choose space where the line appears, if I choose comma, let me uncheck. If I choose comma, you see where the line appears. Okay. If it is tab, you select the tab. But because it's only comma, I'll select comma because I don't want to see the comma in another table, in another column. So I'll click on next. Now you have to pay close attention. See that after I went to next, our data has been splitted into 2, longitude and latitude. It's asking us whether the new text that is formed will be formatted. We are not doing any formatting there. So you leave it as it is. Then we click on finish. So when you click on finish, notice we have column A, B, C, D. In column C, we have what? The text in it. The heading text. It's asking me there is already data here. Do you want to replace? It's telling us that there's data in column C. So if I click on OK, let's look at what happens. Is it that if I click on OK, the data here will override whatever is in column C. And that's not what you want. So let's undo, start the process again. So in order to have space to allow the longitude, you have to click, you have to insert an empty column. So I'll insert a column. So now there's space here. So when I split these two texts, when I split this one, the coordinate, longitude and latitude, I'm supposed to get what? The numbers in this cell. So we'll start the process again. So you select a column, then you click on data, then you in the data tab, you click text to column, then you move to next. Okay, so our delimiter is comma. That's the comma is what separates the longitude from the latitude. So I click on next, then I click on finish. So you see that it splitted our data into two separate components. So that is how you can split data in one column into multiple columns. There are several ways of doing it if your delimiter is full stop. So let's take the one in column A. Let's do that splitting. So I have to also insert an empty column. Good. So I'll select the column that I'm interested in, data, text to column, delimited. Then this time around, it is not comma. It is we have tab, we have semicolon, column, colon. Then we have comma, space, other. I don't see full stop here, so I'll just choose that one. Period. So I'll put that period there. So you notice that it starts from iCloud dot. The dot is where the splitting will take place. So if you can notice on the preview here, see I have iCloud on the left, on the right, I have org, com, org, ca, and the rest. So let's go to next. We are not doing any formatting to it, so you finish. So you notice that it has splitted this text in column A for us. So that is all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe so that you get notification anytime I post new videos. All the best and see you. Bye.